Wait, sir, they're fresh today. Quite a bit fresher than you are.
Those were last week.
Bravo!
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Right here.
Well, I never.
Because I like it. Would you there's a point. Right. You ready?
Steven in the booth.
I don't know.
There's dead spots on the stage.
Light-wise, you mean? I don't think he's up there. You better get him to fill it. Him or Spence.
Oh, now you've lost it. Fred!
Kick off the first pretty good.
Well done. Oh, now you're juggling, sir. You go around.
That's only one.
Well, why don't you walk across the stage?
Hey! 7-10 and all well!
He used to have 11.
Viewers or?
That's it. It's all for all of us.
Oh, okay.
Better than even wasting
I've
eye.
been sent up
all
to
seven.
polite conversation. It was your turn to mind the cat.
I haven't seen the cat. Have you checked with the neighbors about the cat?
No, I haven't checked with the neighbors about the cat. I came to check with you first, you lazy lout. Did you make any money?
Not yet. Nobody will buy this bread. It's fresh. It must be too good for them.
Oh, let me see.
Get out of the way.
Let me see there.
Oh, peel a piece off. It's quite soft. A little grainier than usual.
No, this is wonderful.
Quite
I
good,
made it
quite good.
myself.
Hello.
I made it myself. Very good. You want to try some?
Yes, the rose are good.
Rolls are good.
Bread. Roll.
No wonder they don't like it, dear.
Go the roll.
What brings you? Yeah, right. Right.
Anybody want a bite?
Anybody can let go of them. Twice as hard.
What is your mouth?
Mexican food? So we fry it a little hot.
That one I will swallow down to the hilt. On the count of 3, everybody say, eat it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Not loud enough. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 2.5. Bread toast. 3. Yeah! And place them together and make a whoop. What's way?
Why?
And throw the wing towards the whoop and catch the wing at the bottom of the whoop. We got it quick. Like, how do you know? Quick. Okay, I'll do it so you can understand it. Understand? Okay. White through the widow. Would you like to see that in reverse?
Yeah.
I can't believe me eye.
Okay. What do the rest of you think? Okay. Well, the issue is your middle. No end. Hide your ends in the ham. Marvelous. Huh? Okay, how about the rest of the crowd? Okay, most difficult. 1, 2, and the other one. I used to say 3, but somebody said eat it.
Eugene.
Equal? Yes. About center. White. Thus far equal. Ignore that part. You'll giggle. Why? I know.
You look cute in your red.
1, 2, and the other one.
You lost the little one.
Oh, no. Some people in their feeble little minds think I actually do lose this one. I don't. Nice quick. Guy says, you do that very often? I say, once in a while. He said, how do you do it? I say, pretty good. I used to blow off balloons. The guy says, do they break often? I said, no, just one. 7. Lots.
Ran out of toes.
One more piece. One less piece. The hardest part is making it go back to one piece. What's wrong?
Maybe you better spread off a spoon. Give us a spoon so someone can use these.
Must have been something you ate.
Braunschweiger is liverwurst.
Okay. The hard part.
Which do you love? You have to tell me.
By now, people start asking for the dangerous stuff. What would you think the most dangerous thing a juggler could juggle would be? Is it razor-sharp knives? No! Chainsaw! No stuff. Flaming torches? Heck no, Roy eats those things. Kid said to me the other day, bombs. Well, maybe. Girlfriends, guys, the company books, now we're talking about dangerous things to juggle. But I brought with me tonight the most dangerous. Jugglers right there, the razor-sharp croquet ball. Okay, they're not so dangerous. However, the trick I'm going to perform with them will surely fulfill the danger requirements this juggler is at. I am going to take one of the rock-hard croquet balls, throw it up into the air, bounce it off the top of my head, and back into the pattern. You're saying to yourself, ouch! back there going, all right. No fear. I've developed callus without my head that enables me to do this difficult trick. Now this death-defying act was first performed by Monte Cassino, not Carmel Calif. When one night one of the rock-hard croquet balls glanced off the stage, hitting a lady in the head and giving her instant magnesia. No, she left the theater that night, never to be seen or heard from again. Needless to say, the resulting publicity drove Monty out of the business, and to his eventual bounty, hope that doesn't happen to me here tonight. The old croquet ball off the head trick always has been a crowd. Here we go. The light got in my eye. Perhaps you noticed his dramatic ability there? No, just kidding with you. Here's the real thing. The old croquet ball off the head trick. Here we go. All right, thank you. How about you people get in my living room? No, come on. I didn't really come on myself. Now, I know a lot of you are going to want to try this at home, and heck, I hope you do. I'm going to use one croquet ball, two croquet balls, and one rubber ball. Come on, amazing noise like this. Some of you didn't see me, some of you did.
Did you spell that?
That utilizes portable holes. 1, 2, 3 portable holes. Used one at a time or two together. This is the two together part. See? I can't hear you. Two stuck between one. If you're going to applaud, stay together as a group. And then you reach through the portable hole and take the other one out. Who's been messing with Maureen? Who? Me who? Okay. What you do is you smack them down on top of each other. Not only can you see them, but actually hear them go through each other. Right? No, really, actually very simple. Sometimes you can't. Around here we do this one. Right back where I started from. Good for you? Crash commercialism. No, really, very simple. What you do is you place this one here, and then pick it up and put it up here. Okay? Actually, the way you take these apart is like this. Yeah, it looks like kind of an optical illusion, you know, when they're kind of through each other. You know, say it's like optical. I seen a guy with a monocle one time. I thought it was so cool, I got 2 of them. I wrote that part. I'm going to get your name. Go where you work. Say funny things about you. Really, optical illusion. Isn't that weird? What an amazing coinkydink. Up, down, stay. Ta-da! And I thank you.
$7.50 and all's well. And oh, you look marvelous.
one doesn't say much.
What's your name, dog?
Your Grace.
Neil.
I see they resisted, Sir Guy. A pity. Was such a show of force necessary, my son? You know the law. Who is this one?
He has not told us his name, Your Grace.
Not yet, anyway. What's your name, dog?
My name is my own, as was my life till you became Bishop of this side.
Not only has he not paid you his just hats, but he's also killed one of the king's deer.
Indeed.
We found it in the hovel he calls home.
We kept the deer and burned the hovel.
But he must know the law. You do know the law, don't you?
A man must feed his family. In Christ's name, you're a man of God.
Silent!
No. Let the poor man speak. He is, after all, one of my parishioners, albeit a dishonest one. Well, fellow, speak up. You might even persuade me to allow you to keep your venison dinner.
As the bishop is a fair man who serves both God and king, your life shall be spared. However, since you wish to say nothing more, your tongue will be cut out, so you need never speak again. Take him away.
With pleasure.
No! You can't do this! He's not dead now!
That's a little excessive, don't you think? He'd be better off dead.
Dead, he would remind no one of the power of the Bishop of Hereford. Alive, and he would... Oh, never mind, Your Grace. These are extreme times.
Find this all somewhat distasteful.
You should do as you've always done before, and remain at the Abbey. There is no need for you to witness such necessity as this.
That's sound advice you've given me, and I think I shall take it. I shall leave you. God be with you, my son.
That's doubtful.
My apologies, Sir Guy. He did not survive the operation.
Well, no matter. There are plenty more.
You could easily do both. Trust me, take the staff in both hands.
Forget it.
Oh, you better forget it. When the staff is twice as big as he is.
You, my dear sir, are a great deal wider than it is long. And you should be paying more attention to me and less on them.
Oh, well spoken, my friend.
You're not moving that usual, Scarlet. Cheer up before you turn to stone.
Well, perhaps he's fallen in love, my dear, and just cannot bring himself to show.
Don't be an ass, William. Why not join in the practice?
Not today.
You have better things to do than practice?
Practice for what? We've done nothing but sit around for almost a year. I don't see it changing.
I'm not an ass.
I don't need to do this.
Trust me, it's simple.
Perhaps a smaller staff.
Perhaps you're right.
I could always hit them with my lute. Oh, don't do that. We'd have no music then.
Nothing to worry about.
One blast for foe, two for friend. If only she'd get in the proper key. Don't be too at ease. Get your weapons just in case. Marion! I've been expecting you. And who have you there?
This is my cousin, Gwen. She arrived from Cornwall 3 weeks ago to become one of Eleanor's ladies-in-waiting. Gwen, meet Robin, Earl of Locksley.
My pleasure. Although Earl is no longer a title I can lay claim to.
You are nevertheless the rightful heir.
However, Marion, do you think it was wise to bring her to see us? I mean no offense, Gwen.
We have known each other all our lives, and I trust her completely. Her father fights with Richard in the Crusade.
I did not believe Marion when she said I would meet the most famous outlaw in all England today. My respect for the cause of Robin and his merry men could not be greater. You have nothing to fear from me.
Sometimes I'm too cautious. It's a pleasure to welcome you.
Well, I'm afraid we have something to fear from you. That you would find us ignorant and open snouts for such a poor welcome.
His aristocratic manners are somewhat lacking today. I am Alan Dale. This is Friar Tuck. He, ironically enough, is known as Little John. That's Will Scarlet over there. This is Isabel, Old William.
I've heard so much about them all. The stories of Robin Hood and his men thwarting the Sheriff of Nottingham are almost legends in Cornwall.
We used to do that.
Oh, don't believe everything you hear. Stories are better than reality. Whoa, well, you should know.
Now, here, now, don't crowd the lady. Isabel.
Yes, Robin.
I think a feast is in honor of our new guest. Do you agree?
Of course. William!
Oh, sure. She'll agree and I'll do all the work.
Oh, no, we'll all do the work.
Another celebration. That's just what we need.
How did you and Isabel come to be with Robin Hood?
Well, we've taken care of Robin most of his life, even when his parents were alive.
And now you take care of him in Sherwood.
So it would seem.
They take care of all of us.
What about all of you? Where do Robin Hood's men come from?
Everywhere. Robin Hood attracts the disenfranchised throughout all Nottingham. All classes of men, and family of men who've been killed by Prince John for not paying back taxes, or for poaching to feed their families. Disenfranchised, Little John, means people who've lost their land, property, hope.
Keep playing. It keeps you from talking.
There you are. You come with me right now. There's work to do.
Why must you always nag at me, woman? I'll come when I'm ready.
You're ready.
I'm coming.
Your cousin's very lovely.
A favorite relative. I hope you didn't mind my bringing her.
Oh, not now. I only hope she's not too disappointed in comparing us to the stories she must have heard.
You, dear sir, could never be a disappointment.
And how is everything at the castle?
We have a new bishop of Hereford.
Yes, we knew one would be appointed eventually.
This one seems extremely hungry for power and wealth. He's raised the taxes due the church, and I hear nothing good of his collector, Sir Guy of Gisborne.
Well, I've never heard of him.
Nor has anyone else. Even the Queen Mother finds him distasteful.
Well, he must be quite a man to put Eleanor off. How long are she and John staying at Nottingham?
Couldn't you care?
Well, of course I care. And the longer they stay, the easier it is to see you. The more trouble John will cause.
King Richard should never have appointed him the regent.
I wouldn't say things like that at court if I were you. Well, how long?
One never knows. At least through the May Day celebration.
As always, news of the royalty is depressing. Why do we stay here talking of unpleasantness? There's a feast awaiting us. The moon is staying golden for our moments after.
A hunter's moon.
I fear for your safety if anyone should learn of us. I love you all the more for taking the chances you do to be with me.
And I love you, Robin. I'll love you forever.
Marion.
How does that look, my lady?
Lovely, as always. Watching Gwen, I'm very particular about my appearance.
Every step, my lady.
Oh, God, that must be Prince John and the new bishop. A visit from my son this early in the afternoon is tiresome enough. But please, God, spare me both of them at once.
It appears God has spared you.
How do you find the new bishop, Marion?
I have no opinion as yet.
Which means you don't like him and are politic enough not to say so. He's a grasping, greedy man.
Prince John seems to listen to him a great deal.
Prince John will listen to anyone who tells him what he wishes to be told.
If King Richard were here, the Bishop of Hereford's advice would fall on deaf ears.
Don't be too sure. If Richard were here, I must hear that particular phrase 50 times a day. If my older son was such a great king, he should have stayed at home where he belonged.
The Crusades are a holy obligation, my lady. I don't understand what you mean.
Of course you don't. Marion does. She won't make any comment, but she understands. Your cousin is a very careful woman with many secrets. You, my child, probably should have remained in the provinces. Life at court is not easy to comprehend.
You are being extremely cross with us.
Cross? Why, listening to me rail on must be a treat of untold wealth for Gwen. Think of the gossip you'll have for them when next you visit Cornwall.
Not a word, my lady. I don't repeat gossip.
Then you won't go far at Prince John's court.
I think the Queen Mother must wish us to leave, Gwen. I can tell by the tone of her voice.
Please, sit. I apologize. Apologizing is something I rarely do, Gwen. But Marion is more my daughter than my ward. Of course, she sometimes takes liberties with our friendship, which she should not. Friends seem to do that.
I, too, apologize, my lady.
I've been out of sorts lately. Boredom is dangerous, don't you think? Well, a change of subject is in order. Gwen, let's see. Quite good.
It's nowhere near finished yet.
I like it. Who is he?
Robin Hood.
Ah, Marion's favorite subject. You've met him, then?
Met Robin Hood? Oh, no, I haven't. But he is famous all over England. And there are stories of him in Cornwall. It is said that he... I am sorry, Your Highness. He is an outlaw. I shouldn't be.
Of course you should. Every woman dreams of a hero sweeping her off her feet. Don't they, Marion?
I wouldn't know.
You see, my child, I believe that Marion is in love with Robin Hood and sees him every chance she can, especially when we visit the Nottingham Castle.
You never told me that.
That is enough, Your Highness. This Robin Hood is an outlaw, and by aligning me with him, you question my loyalty to you and to the crown.
To John, you have no loyalty, but I would never question your loyalty and devotion to me. And if Richard were here... Oh, God, now I've said it. Richard's absence has given him more power than he had when he was present at court. John would have enough trouble ruling under the best of circumstances without the specter of Richard the Lion-Hearted haunting him day and night.
Perhaps Prince John should never have been made King's Regent.
Don't talk treason, my dear. I may tolerate your opinions and affairs with outlaws because of my love for you, but John is my son. Look, you've shocked your cousin.
Oh, no, I'm simply not used to people speaking so freely.
Prince John wishes an audience, Your Highness.
Certainly. Tell him I'll meet him in the garden. Is the Bishop of Hereford still with us?
No, Your Highness.
Well, God has seen fit to spare me one, but not the other. Don't fret, Gwen. Life at court will become simple for you soon enough. Until this evening, ladies.
Yes, Your Highness.
Marion. And Marion.
Yes?
Smile a little more, dear. Bend with the times when you must. Everything passes eventually.
Yes, my lady.
You may go now.
There it was, bigger than life. 12.
Robin! The bishop and some of his men, they're headed this way.
Innkeeper! Sit there. Innkeeper!
I'm coming! Oh, Your Grace! Oh, sorry to keep you waiting. What can I get for you today? We have a lovely mutton pie.
Still, we want none of your putrid food.
Bring us wine. Yes, Your Grace. It's not every day we have the honor of such a guest as yourself. You're a long way from the Abbey. I would think you would not travel forth with so few men.
And what would he have to fear?
We can take care of the bishop.
Serve us and shut your mouth.
Oh, yes, I was only saying, Your Grace.
Don't say anything.
Well, yes, Your Grace.
Look at this.
Stop that.
She's a young one.
That is no business of yours.
Not that young.
Leave me alone.
Here. Come. Have some wine now. Yeah. Now, I was just saying, Your Grace, but what you being so near Sherwood Forest and all... Oh, I'm terribly sorry. So near Sherwood Forest where Robin Hood and his band of outlaws live. You should take care.
We can take care of him.
Robin Hood? He doesn't come out of his forest anymore. What of him?
Oh, well, it's just that he's so...
You stupid pig. This wine has turned its vinegar.
Oh, as well.
It is. Get more. Oh, well. So sorry. It tasted fine this morning. I had a whole fresh amount this morning. It was just fine from the keg. Yeah, oh, this is nasty stuff. Yeah, you don't want any of that. We want to get you some fresh wine now. Leave me alone now. I'm just a poor little peasant man. Here you are,
Wait, Your Grace. It's still bad.
Huh?
I think this poor excuse for a man is trying to poison us.
Oh, now why would I do that?
I'll teach him a lesson with Your Grace's permission.
Oh, now, please, sir. Here, I'll open a fresh keg for you.
Start killing you.
Oh, now, stop. Here.
Why not call on Robin Hood to help you?
Oh, no, please, now, I wouldn't do that.
And who's going to stop us? I will. Now, Robin Hood doesn't spend all his time at Sherwood Forest.
Kill him.
There, you wanted wine? Oh, come on, come. Well, thank you. I couldn't have done that without you. Hey, now, careful. You. There. They didn't kill me, Your Grace. You are alone. Terrible predicament for you. Surely I can do something. There we are. Oh, more than enough to cover expenses. Now, don't you have anything to say?
I assure you.
Of course. You're still in need of your wine. Have a seat. Here, let me get a cup for you. Well, there you are. Drink up.
I am a representative of God, the Bishop of all Nottinghamshire, and I will not have you treat me like this.
Drink the wine. Now. There. A better vintage. I don't think you're being treated too badly. After all, you're still alive. You've had your drink.
What are you going to do with me?
Oh. Now that is a problem. I could kill you. But as you say, you're a man of God. I could leave you here, but there'd be no fun in that. Do you want him?
Ooh, no thank you.
There you are. I know. As has been pointed out, Robin Hood and his band of outlaws have not been doing very much lately. We haven't had a guest of honor such as yourself in months. I shall take you back to Sherwood with me. We can have a celebration.
Oh, that's not necessary. I could quite easily...
Oh, but it is. Now, hospitality is very important to the peasants and outlaws of this region. We take the care of strangers seriously. Besides, you're new here. Need to be welcomed properly. You have horses outside, correct?
Yes.
Alas, I do not. Which is why I stopped here in the first place. One gets thirsty walking. Shall we go?
My princess, you can't do this to me.
Well, I do hate to force a man of the cloth against his will. And I could leave you here to keep them company.
That's fine. Wherever you wish to take me.
I thought you'd see it my way. Shall we go? Why, that is an excellent cloak you have there. Must keep you very warm on the road at night. Oh, almost forgot. Here you are. Let's go.
This is an outrage, sir. And you are absolutely...
Please, Mother, I don't understand the sudden interest in Robin Hood.
Robin, Earl of Locksley.
No, Robin Hood, the outlaw of Sherwood Forest. He is no longer a peer of the realm, but an outcast. He should stay that way.
He interests me.
Oh, where was your interest when he was a thorn in my side? When he humiliated me by thwarting my every plan in Nottingham? Why are you interested in him now?
Curiosity and, I'll admit, a little boredom. My plan is perfect.
It's terrible.
Now, don't interrupt. And no one will be harmed by my plan. The May Day celebration is held every year, regardless of who attends. This year, grant amnesty to Robin Hood and his men, and they will attend. The interaction will be fascinating.
Humiliating, more like it.
Oh, you have no imagination, no sense of adventure. Think of the Sheriff of Nottingham sitting beside Robin Hood at dinner. It's perfect.
It's devious and unnecessary. I'll be made to look a fool.
Oh, you'll look like a magnanimous leader, attempting reconciliation between all sides.
Oh, he'll never come. So there's no point in continuing to discuss your plan. Sometimes your whims can have devastating results. For me.
He'll come if I guarantee him amnesty in my name.
He's a hunted criminal, an outlaw who defies all our laws.
He only defies your laws, John. The ones he thinks are unjust. He never defied Richard.
That's irrelevant.
I think it most relevant.
Well, I could never declare such an amnesty. What would the court think of it?
Oh, don't be so stuffy. You are the almost King of England, or so you believe. For a would-be king, any declaration is child's play.
Please, don't call me a would-be king.
I want this celebration and this amnesty.
I at least must consult the sheriff and the bishop of
Sheriffs take orders from kings, even king's regents, without questioning them. That's their duty. And the bishop has no say in what you decide.
Well, Hereford has amassed a great deal of power in a very short time. Well, his opinion is...
Doesn't matter. I tell you, it's settled. Now, you pledge amnesty to Robin Hood and his men for the duration of the celebration and guarantee it with my, no, our word of honor. The honor of the English throne. I'm certain I know a way to convince him of our sincerity.
But I can...
We'll go inside. Call a scribe and I'll help you phrase the amnesty proclamation.
I seem to have no choice.
Oh, don't be gloomy, John. This May Day celebration should be a fascinating diversion for once. Ahem. Oh.
Tied me up. Me, a bishop, stripped me of my clothes and left me with this. No horse, no money. And you sit there doing nothing.
As I've already said over and over, Your Grace, there's nothing I can do.
Took me to his camp, kept me there overnight, ridiculed me.
Where is the camp?
You're supposed to know. I can't do your work for you.
True enough, but if I knew where the camp was, don't you think I would have done something long ago? He moves it, you know.
It's your business to do something. I am a man of God.
I'm told there are some peasants who might disagree with you.
Don't you be insolent with me. I'll have you removed from office. And I know nothing of any peasants.
Their families swear that you and some of your men killed their husbands and burned their huts. Back taxes. It's terrible how these peasants won't pay their just due, isn't it?
They're obviously lying.
Obviously.
You had better keep a civil tongue with me. And you'd also do well to remember that the king appoints the sheriffs. And I have the ear of the king.
Oh? I didn't know King Richard had returned.
You can be sure Prince John will hear of this.
You really want everyone to know that Robin Hood and his band captured you, wined and dined you in Sherwood Forest? stripped you of your clothes and money, and then set you free, in rags and on foot, to find your own way? I'd think twice about repeating
Now,
that story
just
if I were
you
you.
listen
Don't
here.
threaten me. I'll do my job. Tax the peasants and look the other way when you overtax them. Because that is the law and my job. I'll keep the peace until Richard returns. He put me in this office, and only he will take me out of it. The church will go about its holy business. Prince John will go about his business, and I will be about mine. Do we understand each other, Your Grace?
Oh, most assuredly. I am not one to have for an enemy. I hope you realize that.
I do.
One thing. There's a reward of 100 marks on Robin Hood, is there not?
There is.
Well, raise it. Make it 200.
And who will pay for this raising?
Myself, of course. Through the church. If these peasants won't turn him in, then at least their taxes can pay for his capture.
I'll see it's done. As it is your right within the law to raise the reward.
Thank you, my Lord Sheriff. And now I must insist that you escort me back to my abbey in secrecy. I will not appear in public like this.
I'll see to it. Morgan!
Yes, sir.
Show his grace to the next room, and have some of our men escort him home after dark. We wouldn't want anything happening to our bishop now, would we?
No, sir. Right away, sir.
Have a pleasant journey, Your Grace.
Not at the last.
It's taken care of, sir.
Surprised by all this, Morgan?
A bit. Have you had dealings with him before?
Very little. Sir Guy of Gisborne does all the bishop's kind deeds for him. Killing little children, torturing peasants, that sort of thing. It's foolish of this bishop to be on his own in Sherwood Forest.
Perhaps he felt safe, being a man of God and all.
If so, he's more of a jackass than I suspect. Robin Hood won't simply go away. He'll be out there, secure in his forest, until we catch him or kill him.
Do you really think the extra 100 marks will make a difference? Will the peasants help us now?
Oh, it's doubtful. He's the only help there is to most of these people. And if they haven't sold him out by now...
Still, one never knows. It's a great deal of money.
One never knows. Who'd have ever thought Richard would be gone so long? Or that Prince John would be such a disaster? You're right. 200 marks is quite a sum. It's too bad Robin Hood did not dispatch our new bishop. I'll wager it'd make our life easier if he had.
Careful, sir.
Careful of what? That sniveling bishop? Prince John? No, if Richard were here... If Richard were here. Who knows? Perhaps it would be worse. At least there was some honor in his time. But John is the king's regent, and we are paid to do the king's bidding. That's our job and our duty.
Of course it is.
Listen, Morgan, while I've still got my wits about me tonight, you go with the guards and escort the bishop back to his abbey. We don't want anything happening to him while we're supposed to be protecting him. I'll see you in the morning.
Do you need anything?
Go on. I don't need a thing. Except another drink.
To Sherwood again so soon.
Word of Richard, perhaps?
No news of our king, except the rumors of his being held for ransom in Austria.
Oh, those are very old rumors.
What is going on in court, Marion?
Prince John and Eleanor have declared that amnesty is to be granted to Robin Hood and his men for the day before, the day of, and the day after the annual May Day celebration. It was Eleanor's idea.
Oh, not another archery contest. Well, that certainly is lacking in inspiration.
There may be one, but her goals are diversion, reconciliation, and meeting Robin Hood. She has decided that you are the only interesting thing happening around Nottingham.
Well, why did she think I would come? Well, let alone bring these men.
Because she doubts you'll be able to ignore such a challenge. She personally guarantees your safety.
She spoke to us last night and made it very clear that she expected Marion to let you know the details. Of course, she never came out and said as much, but it was obvious.
Eleanor suspects that I see you. Our family's history.
The way she looks when they speak of Robin Hood.
That's enough, Gwen.
But then you're in danger.
No, at least not from Eleanor. She would never do anything to hurt me, and besides, she loves any intrigue.
You must be careful from now on.
I know, which is why Gwen can now find you as easily as I can.
I think I can.
This amnesty celebration's an interesting proposition. Well, I can just see the good sheriff's face. I knock on his door and share a cup of wine.
I personally think it could be a trap. Perhaps one she is not even aware of.
Oh, traps are everywhere, as we well know, don't we?
Not lately. No traps, no adventures, nothing. I say we go to this celebration regardless of amnesty. Why not?
I agree, but I feel we should think it out more carefully.
We think too much, Robin, and do too little.
Oh, it is difficult to think too much.
Yeah, food and celebration are in order, Isabel. William!
You always have these great feet.
Sometimes. As a matter of fact, just last week we had a bishop to dinner. Nearly as lovely as you are.
How true?
Stay a while, Will. It might cheer you up.
Will seems on edge.
It will pass.
Take care, young lady. I would not want to be seen alone with such an ugly brute as that big one.
I don't remember asking such a pathetic example of manhood as yourself to be alone with me. Keep playing. It's all you're good for.
Well, at least I'm good for something besides loving people and eating.
Keep playing. There is an oak that is said to be 1,000 years old across the clearing. Come, I'll show it to you.
You're foolish to go with him. He'll probably lose the way.
I don't think so. And if he did, I'm sure you would rescue us.
He couldn't rescue his loot from a donkey.
I'd rescue you, my dear, for certain, but I'd leave him.
So tell me, what do you really think of this amnesty celebration?
I knew you would like her idea. Eleanor is a devious person. She is bored, spoiled, and old enough to have done most of the things she wants to do. I don't think she intentionally means you any harm still.
Yes, still. No word from Richard.
None. The longer he's away, the more power John amasses in his absence. Eleanor thinks John such a spineless fool that she ignores him. But it's certain he only wishes his brother to return as a corpse, not as king.
Ours was a better lot with Richard.
Do you sometimes wish you had gone with him to the Crusades?
I don't think about it much. I'm here. Richard's somewhere. Well, John needs to be kept in check. Oh, besides, if I were in the Holy Land, I could not be here with you. Has the Bishop of Hereford been a regular guest at Nottingham since Prince John arrived?
Very regular. I think John listens closely to his advice. You've made a bitter enemy in the bishop. It's all over court how you humiliated him.
We were natural enemies.
Now it's personal.
Oh, listen, that's not fair. Now, I've been laying low for a long time. We seem to be in a state of undeclared truce.
As long as you stay in Sherwood.
I can get just as bored as the next man waiting for Richard to return.
You did not need to antagonize Hereford in such a fashion.
Well, the Bishop of Hereford need not be so bold as to go riding the countryside with so few men. I couldn't resist. It was a matter of pride. He needed a lesson in respect and humility. I gave it to him.
He'll try to revenge himself.
Seems our peace and quiet's to be disrupted at last.
There are times when I think you enjoy being an outlaw much more than you enjoyed being an earl.
Well, let's go to dinner.
You certainly changed the subject quickly.
I thought I did it quite well.
Ah, there you are, little man. There's no need to be insulting.
Well, no more insulting than references to my size. Hmm?
True enough.
Yes.
I think I shall compose a song about tonight. Perhaps a poem.
Oh, well, here, some ale to help stir the creative juices.
My tale shall last 1,000 years, as long as Little John's great oak.
Well, always possible.
You think so?
Well, the temporal world is ruled, after all, by whim and inconsistency. Oh, whereas the spiritual world...
Yes.
Oh, is as difficult. Well, therefore, since you have finished your ale... Oh, with a little help from myself. Oh, shall we go to the feast and get some more? Hmm?
Lead the way, my round friend.
Raising the reward on Robin Hood makes killing him even more attractive.
Your plan of robbing and pillaging the countryside while pretending to be Robin Hood is equally appealing to me. I have my revenge while you destroy his legend and his reputation.
And add to our profits.
I feel sure our collaboration will be of great mutual benefit. Don't you?
Well, a man of God, with such worldly taste as yours, and a godless man such as myself, make excellent partners.
No man is truly godless.
Are you such a hypocrite that it bothers you that I do not believe? Oh, spare me. You keep your place in this world intact. Maintain the order of things and reap the profits. I'd rather keep my eyes open, reap the profits and destroy the order. I find that more interesting.
Is that why killing Robin Hood is so important?
I never believed in heroes. Why should anyone?
He's a great swordsman. Are you that sure you can kill him?
Yes. He has a weakness. Everyone does. And
But you?
Correct. His weakness will be my strength. I'll use it and destroy him.
You make it all sound exceedingly simple.
Not as simple as you make controlling Prince John seem. You are certain he'll be able to void Robin Hood's amnesty.
Oh, yes. I can always sway the prince. Particularly if I can keep the Queen Mother at arm's length. The Sheriff of Nottingham may prove something of a problem. Undoubtedly, he's the one who'll be sent to capture Robin Hood.
Not if he's dead.
Oh, no. Not yet. We need him at the beginning. But later... My God, I think you'd kill the king himself if he stood in your way.
Of course I would. The kings die like everyone else. Sometimes not so well, that's all.
I must remember to say a prayer of thanks that we both serve the same master.
Oh, you do that. I am certain God will listen to such a pious man as yourself. Before you attend your prayers, however, we have not yet discussed the matter of payments, where Robin Hood is concerned.
Yes?
In addition to the reward, I want his lands and title.
I'm not sure that can be arranged.
Why? You can easily sway Prince John, remember?
But you have a title already, and you must have land somewhere. Sir Guy of Gisborne, after all.
That is my business. Let us simply say that I wish to entrench my position, solidify it. Sir Guy, Earl of Locksley, rings as true to me as Gisborne does. Well, in any event, that's just my price for killing Robin.
I feel certain I can see it done.
As I was most certain you would.
I will not hear of it.
But my dear mother...
No, I gave my word.
Sometimes the affairs of state...
We are the state. You are not. The state has pledged amnesty.
Perhaps she's right.
Well, of course I'm right. How can you allow this man to persuade you to discredit the crown? The celebration is a fortnight away. Amnesty has long since been declared and is common knowledge. Going back on your word, our word now would be criminal. You have little enough respect among our people without doing that. Richard would never go back on his word.
Of course, Your Highness, I quite see your point. But Robin Hood is an extremely dangerous man. Just look at the havoc he's created in the past 2 weeks amongst the very peasants he claims to protect.
He's not so quiet anymore. Of course, my word is...
Rumors, Bishop, rumors. Some say it isn't even Robin Hood.
Oh, I doubt that.
Nevertheless, I can see that my mother is right. I have given my word, and I must keep it. Honor depends on it. It's settled. The amnesty remains. Now, if you'll withdraw, I must discuss the matter of the local taxation with the good bishop. I know that's been on your mind lately.
You promised to honor the amnesty.
I do. The amnesty shall remain intact. And so shall my honor. She thinks she can always twist and turn me at her will. I never desired this amnesty. Well, it's embarrassing, letting a common outlaw like Robin Hood come and go as he pleases for even 3 minutes, let alone 3 days. I'll show her that I have a mind of my own. I'm as good a king as Richard any day. I'm almost king.
You should be king.
Perhaps I will be. Discredit me. By Christ, if I don't catch this outlaw, that will discredit me. I'll inform the sheriff when the time comes, and he'll capture Robin Hood.
By all means, capture him, Your Majesty. Then we can hang him. Publicly.
Oh, you'll enjoy that, won't you?
Of course I shall. But then I'm sure we both will, Your Majesty.
Wait! But a moment, my good man.
Who goes there?
A friend, come. Step into the moonlight.
Stand behind me, son.
They must be Robin Hood's men. Are you? Is one of you Robin Hood?
Of course. Who else? And you've come from market day.
We have?
Was it a good day at market for you?
We have 14 marks from the sale of my father's leather goods. Are you really Robin Hood?
I am. And because I am, your father must give me 12 marks for safe conduct along this road.
Never. I thought something was wrong. You're not wrong.
Your father was not very smart, but you are. Where's the money? Where is it?
Please don't hurt him anymore. Okay. He's dead. You killed him.
And you're next. Well, Sir Guy. Don't ever use my name. Have you no sense? Don't even try to think. It's too much for you.
Boy lied. It's only 9. Still, not a bad night's work. A boy who'll swear that Robin Hood killed his father and stole their money. It's a pleasure to be one of your outlaws, Sir Robin.
Well, I'm glad you see it that way, since I intend to take the marks and leave you to clean up this mess. Oh, be sure to leave him where someone will find his body.
We'll take care of it.
You could have left us some of the
Get
marks.
paid well enough for what you do. Of course. Of course, if you wish to complain to him, be my guest.
No,
They didn't! They killed my father! But Robin Hood is gone!
Put down your weapons. You do well to leave us alone. We're Robin Hood's men, and our friends are close by.
Yes. The boy has told us that Robin and a few of his men have killed his father, but I find that hard to believe, for I am known as Little John.
I am called Will Scarlet. We thought you might recognize the names.
I wager under those tunics you're wearing the uniforms of Prince John's men.
Or the Bishop of Hereford's.
You'll never live to find out.
this deception will force Robin to act.
Come here, boy. You can't do anything to your father.
Robin had killed that bishop when he had the chance.
Where's your mother?
Dead. I have no one but my father.
You can come with us.
Robin's lost his desire to fight, John. He's not the same man we followed into Sherwood 3 years ago.
Be still. We have to take care of this. But you're right about one thing. We'll have to tell Robin all that's happened here tonight.
Indeed.
I tell you, John won't go against me. For someone to whom Robin Hood means nothing, you have taken a great interest in the problem of his amnesty.
My interest is in you and your word being kept by all involved.
I can manage John. I always have.
You misunderstand me, Robin. Not only should we attend this celebration, but use it to our benefit. Kill Hereford and stop the attacks on the village.
Amnesty works both ways. If they can't touch us for 3 days, we must honor it as well. Hereford's time will come.
What honor? Those rich lords have none and could care less about such lofty ideals. Be realistic, man. If we don't use this opportunity to our benefit, no good will come of it.
An agreement is to be kept by all sides. None of us will violate it.
But
none
Robin...
of us!
A contest to see who's the best man with a cudgel, a broadsword, an axe, and a bow. A wrestling contest. There's even a contest among troubadours to see who can compose the best song on the spot. No contest for eating, Chuck. Sorry.
I think we'll enjoy this celebration.
My friends, I think Robin will enjoy making a fool of the prince and the sheriff.
Don't forget the bishop.
Oh, it is impossible to forget that man. No, I would say a prayer for him, but it would do no good.
No hope for him at all.
No.
You really think Robin Hood will appear at this celebration?
I'm certain of it.
And we will do nothing?
That's right. They all get 3 days. But 1 minute after 12 on the 3rd day, and he's mine.
We could get him anyway.
No. My orders are to comply with the amnesty, and we will honor the word of the King's Regent for 3 days.
Do you think it's wise to continue killing peasants in Robin Hood's name when we're so near our final goal?
No one will notice a few less peasants.
You still don't know who killed your 3 men on the road? It wasn't you, was it?
Would it bother you if it were?
No.
Even so, what difference does it make? Where's the bishop, the prince, the sheriff? They've all tried to trap me and failed. They will fail this time as well.
You're too sure of yourself.
I know what I'm doing. You said that Eleanor is sincere.
I think she is, but she can be used like anyone else.
You worry too much.
You're tired of being at peace with the world. It's been too long since your last good fight.
The Sheriff of Nottingham to see your Majesty.
Admit him.
The Sheriff of Nottingham.
My lord?
Please, be seated.
Thank you, my lord.
I've called you here to discuss the amnesty provisions for the celebration.
I suspected as much.
You've made all arrangements for our safety during the festivities, under the circumstances.
I have, my lord.
Good. I assumed you would do a fine job.
Was there anything else, my lord?
Oh, yes. It's rather delicate. About Robin Hood.
Yes?
I want you to capture him. Alive, if possible. On the last day of the celebration, he will undoubtedly set out before the end of the 12 o'clock amnesty. Probably drunk and overfed. He won't be careful. You should be able to take him easily. You understand?
You're serious, aren't you?
Of course. I'm perfectly serious.
You've given your word, the word of the crown.
To an outlaw.
To a man who used to be an Earl of England and is still an English subject. This amnesty should never have been declared, but it has. You can't do this.
What do you mean telling me I can't?
It's your doing, isn't it?
He's done nothing. I make up my own mind, and your influence has gone far enough. I am the king.
King Richard is who you represent.
My word is law. And I do not discuss my decisions with sheriffs. You have your duty to fulfill. I demand that you capture Robin Hood after the celebration and before the amnesty is ended. Is that understood?
Yes, my lord.
Good. No more discussion then.
No, my lord.
You know where your duty lies. Do it.
Yes, my lord.
My Christ, man! He's made a fool of you for years. I would think you'd do anything to capture him. Well, I see we understand one another. Would you care for some wine?
No, my lord. I should be attending to my duties.
Certainly. That went well enough. You'd like some wine, no doubt. I would. Boy! Bring some wine. Well?
Have no fear, Your Majesty. If the law should fail, Sir Guy will see the deed completed.
I confess, I do not like your Sir Guy. There's something very...
I can't say he appeals to me either. But he can be relied on to do whatever is required. A toast, Your Majesty.
Good evening, Lord.
Good evening.
Very well. And you? So, how are you doing?
Oh, man, it's doing quite well for me, sir.
Yes. I say, have you tried any of this food? The brewers. Huh? Yes, it's not quite good, yes.
Sir, that area is hard.
Very good, very good. Very good.
Try it now.
What? You want me to stand in front of this man while he tries to impale me?
Knives, Your Direction. Yes, sir.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, me?
Oh, Tuck, come on.
Not kidding. Come on. No, just a moment. Let me make peace with my maker here.
Yes, and suck in your belly, sir.
Don't like this. William, if I get hurt, it's your fault.
Keep your chin on your nose and everything else tucked in, sir. Oh, very good. Keep praying. Keep praying. Oh, well done, sir. A little lower.
It's a permanent weight loss.
Oh, yes. A little lower. Oh.
You like this man?
Yes. Oh,
He's my friend, that one.
Oh, thank you. Sounds like she's glad he's your friend.
Yes, I am indeed glad that I am on his side and not. Oh, I should never do that again.
Morgan!
Literally.
Sir, can I interest you in a game of chance played with 3 silver objects?
No, thanks. I've seen him throw those
Please. Sir, we have amnesty after all.
I said no thanks.
That's no answer. I said no thanks.
Morgan!
For approval.
Sir, you must at least try.
Not having anything to do with those.
Oh, the merest child can
3
do this.
silver objects, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Show me this fascination.
No, it's very simple.
All right. Trust you will be fascinated.
Oh, yeah.
This is very easy, Morgan. It is done with 1, 2, 3 cups, 1 small appel, and a sneaky move. The sneaky move is this.
easy.
I move the cup. Yes. You find the apple.
Very well.
Okay?
That's it. Game of chance.
See? Very simple. Mix them up.
Oh, wait a minute. You're not mixing them up.
Well, find the apple.
Yes. Aren't you going to mix them up?
I did. Morgan, I see.
Oh. One more time. Let's see that again.
The apple.
One more time.
Okay. Place the apple on the table. Take the cup, cover it up, and mix them up. Find the apple. Silly man.
You are perplexed today, aren't you, sir?
Oh, my.
You have a problem with your eyesight?
I can just
you can find
the
it.
Oh, I
eyesight.
know. I can find it, sir. Yeah, you
Five marks. You can't find it, sir.
Quite hefty. Lots of marks.
Mix them up.
You should write one.
I mean, really mix them up.
Oh,
I'm not watching. I want to be fair.
Placing
Good coinage.
the apple into the hand, taking the cup, placing it on the table,
I know.
making the apple go into the cup, and then mixing them up. Very simple.
Are you done, sir?
Let me do it so I don't cheat.
Oh, okay, sir. I have big calluses, too, sir. Are you ready for me to choose?
One more time. Turn around. One more minute.
Yes, sir. I'll even walk over here.
Okay, sir, quit stalling. Quit stalling. Get back here.
Here we go.
Sir, you accuse me of stalling.
I do believe you've lost it, haven't you?
Oh.
No, I have it right here in my hand.
Oh, come on.
There you
Oh,
are.
there it is.
I knew it. I want my marks.
No, sir. No, sir, you lost your marks.
You lost your marks, sir.
Oh, my.
Oh, no.
You're getting
I
serious.
want my marks.
No, sir. I am quite prepared, sir. All right, sir.
Be careful, Morgan. He's a tricky one.
Isn't he? Come on, Morgan!
I found the apples once again, sir. You must pardon me. I have a hot head when roused.
Oh, yes. There was an amnesty, Will Scarlet. I'd arrest you.
Yes?
And the fat man, too.
Which one, sir? Which one? On your... Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what have we here?
I've gotten another cake.
Winter cake for you.
Oh, very good. Shot have to be stealing.
There you are, boy.
Oh, very good of you. Are you going to take care of this? There we are.
Yes.
I think I'll pick you up here. Robin, how are you? Enjoying the atmosphere.
Hi, see, I was intriguing.
Oh, yeah. William, quite a good staff, right, sir?
Yes, I've
taught you well.
Got a new cake, Dad. In connection with the Preshow. Nice one, isn't it? A good color.
Yes.
Very good color. Yes.
I think I'm
quite all right, sir.
Eat. I shall eat. Yes. Let me tell you about this wonderful little stall that's right down What's down with your dress? Sure. Shall we say bachelor? I'm not done this, but I definitely am over firepower. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Both day and night we sing, our voices gaily ring. La la
chilly ring. La 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 la.
We'll see you in Sherwood.
Very good. Very good.
Last time, I
has reached its conclusion.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'll go back to my quarters. Isabel, did you know William was at the inn this evening?
And shut your mouth!
Not surprised.
Bread.
Be sharp.
One more time.
Well, the food was quite mediocre. Quite. Well, at least I thought so, didn't you, Alan?
I thought I should have won the contest for best poem. No doubt about that.
I'm so pleased you both enjoyed yourselves.
Oh, we did.
Of course we did.
But from royalty. Well, one expected better.
For one who wished better, you certainly didn't starve yourself while a guest of the court.
That's a fact.
Come, Robin Hood. You are all under arrest.
Not yet.
Whoa!
Now.
drop your weapons. You're outnumbered and under arrest.
It's been a long time.
Drop the sword and the bow.
I apologize for not visiting you during the May Day celebration. Had I realized you'd missed my company so much...
I must arrest you.
I gathered as much. But you can tell the time as well as I. I have amnesty till midnight, and it's barely an hour past dark.
I know.
Robin, Earl of Locksley, I place you under arrest in the name of Prince John.
Don't be in such a hurry, Morgan. Do you understand?
Yes. The amnesty, the celebration. Nothing but a trap. Eleanor as well as John.
I couldn't say. I'm only doing as I was ordered.
And did the bishop help John order this?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Shall I arrest him now?
It's not as I would have wished it.
But you do it anyway.
I have no choice.
Of course you do.
No, I don't.
This is between you and I. Send your men back to Nottingham. We can settle this.
I'm ordered to bring you back alive, if possible.
Tell the prince and the bishop it wasn't possible.
We could still fight, my friend.
And the odds are too great. Especially with all those bows aimed at us. However, if we do attack, some of you will die. As would some of us. Such a final confrontation was meant to be fought by only ourselves.
Don't listen to him, sir. You have your orders.
Be still! Send your men back to Nottingham. I shall send mine back to Sherwood. When you and I are finished, one of us will return home.
Morgan! I want you to take all men and withdraw. Return to Nottingham.
I won't do that, sir.
You I order you.
The bishop?
To hell with the bishop! Withdraw! And give me your word you won't interfere. Your word!
You have my word. Gather your weapons. I regret I did not kill you outright. But we will withdraw. Just as soon as we see these two leave.
I like this no more than Morgan does. I'm not much of a fighter, but I'd rather stand by you than leave.
I agree.
You must also withdraw. Seems the sheriff and I have had a long-standing appointment, and tonight we shall fulfill it. Now go on. Here, go on. Oh, and tell Isabel. Keep something hot on the fire. I'm sure I shall be famished by the time I return home.
Robin, for the last time, will you surrender?
Would you? We're still evenly matched.
You should have stayed in Sherwood.
So it would seem Ted had joined me there.
It may take a long time. Decided to return with me and hang?
Not a chance. Decided to return to Sherwood with me.
Not a chance.
We could have done very well by ourselves had we been on the same side.
We aren't.
No, I don't understand you. You have no use for John, yet you follow his orders.
John is the king until Richard returns.
Well, not to me.
That's the difference.
We must be getting old.
I know.
Well, I couldn't.
I know.
I suppose we could go at it again.
Oh.
But I'd rather not.
That's fine with me.
I shall return to Sherwood.
And I to Nottingham.
I don't envy the explanations you must make to Prince John and the Bishop.
I'm getting used to them.
Robin, for God's sake! Oh, don't start with those old arguments again. We do what we must. And you should, by all rights, be dead, unable to talk about it. So let's leave it at that. Robin. Yeah.
Is he alone? Yes, Your Majesty. Admit him. The Sheriff of Nottingham.
I thought you might bring Robin Hood with you. Did you have to kill him?
No.
Well, where is he?
In Sherwood Forest.
What?
I lost him. We fought, and I lost.
You went alone? What about the other man?
I lost him. No more, no less. I can make no excuse for that.
You imbecile! Ass! One man! One outlaw! And you couldn't capture him, even when I put him into your very hands. Well, you may be the sheriff, but hear me very clearly in this. Guy of Gisborne is to take charge of all affairs pertaining to Robin Hood from this moment
The Bishop
onward.
of Hereford, Your Majesty. I told him you were not free, but he insisted.
Well, admit him!
Robin Hood has escaped, Your Majesty, and he is responsible.
I know, my good bishop. The sheriff and I were just discussing how Sir Guy is to take charge of Robin Hood's capture. You are dismissed. Go back to your jail or whatever it is you call home and keep out of Sir Guy's way. Do not interfere. You understand?
Yes, my lord. Well, you were informed of this quickly enough.
Begone! Quit my sight! My God! What am I going to do now? I've gone back on the royal word and I have no Robin Hood to show for it. That incompetent fool! You notice he never addresses me as your majesty. It's always my lord. Oh, the insolence of him.
He can be dealt with, Your Majesty. All in good time.
Oh! And mother! I'll never hear the end of this. Never. My mother can be a very difficult woman when she wants to be.
Then might I suggest you give out it was the sheriff's idea to break the amnesty? Old rivalries. He acted on his own. It justifies Sir Guy being put in charge.
That's wonderful. I like the idea of the sheriff being the villain.
Yes, the sooner we put Sir Guy on the chase, the better. You take care of Eleanor, and I'll take care of Robin Hood.
Oh, yes. Till then.
Till then, Your Majesty. Ah, yes. There was one other small matter before we part. Sir Guy will need payment. With Robin Hood dead, the estates of the Earl of Locksley will be forfeit to the crown. Why not present those estates to Gisborne? That, together with the reward, ought to be payment enough.
consider it done. When he has completed his task, of course.
But of course, your name.
I don't like Robin's coming here after what's happened. It's so dangerous.
And why would he need to see us both?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Had you seen the messenger before?
I don't remember him from Robin's camp. But we must wait.
I understand. I will stay with you. It has been unbearable to be around them since John broke the amnesty. Eleanor chides him constantly. If for no other reason than to be away from that, I will wait with you.
The castle has become a very tense place indeed. Listen. Robin! What have you done to her?
If I were you, I'd keep quiet and worry about myself. You are blessed today because you have some value to me. Otherwise, I would kill you. I know that you can find Robin Hood.
I can't. How could I? He's an ally.
Listen carefully. Tell Robin Hood that he has to meet me at Kirkley's Abbey at 12 midnight tomorrow. He must come alone or I will kill Marion. It is that simple. Can you get it right?
Yes.
Listen to me. Tell him my message. And also say that Sir Guy of Gisborne is who wants to kill him. Now, get out of here. And don't get it wrong.
I won't. Please let
Go on.
Mother, dear, we have devised the most wonderful plan to trap Robin Hood.
Absolutely foolproof, Your Highness.
It will take care of everything.
Get that man out of here and never come unannounced to me again.
What?
Are you losing your hearing? Get that man out of this castle. I know you can hear. Get out.
Your Highness, I am the Bishop
I
of Hereford,
know
and
exactly what you are, and your presence is most distasteful to me. At affairs of state, I must bear it, but not in my own castle. Get him out.
Your Grace, I do not know what to say. I apologize for her. I suppose I'd better...
I understand, Your Majesty. The Queen Mother is very set in her ways.
That she is.
She is upset by the current problem.
Of course, she must
I
be...
should have realized.
We will...
Yes, we will talk more of this later.
Of course.
I think, Your Majesty, I should leave.
I suppose you have. I've sent him away, Mother. Come inside. I'll have some food brought for us.
I must endure you talking to me, for I see no way to avoid a son speaking to his mother, but don't touch me.
How dare you strike me? I am the king! I'm almost the king. I could be.
You don't have the heart or kingdoms, nor the backbone to rule them.
And Richard does. It wasn't my fault. I can't control the sheriff.
No, you can't. But he controls himself admirably. I can imagine how much he loathed the amnesty proclamation, but he obeyed it. He never would have broken it unless you had ordered him to do so.
I didn't.
Oh, don't be so pathetic, John. Did you think that by capturing Robin Hood and breaking your word, you would appear the hero? People would respect you. You are a fool, an easily led fool.
You can't talk to me like that!
You are a weak man, John, and never fit for all this power. Be honest for a moment. Who dreamed up the scheme to capture Robin Hood? Who profits by it? Who seeks revenge against him the most? The Bishop of Hereford, and you listen to him.
I made up my own mind.
Oh, you're such a little boy. Beautiful to look at, wonderful in the hunt. All the trappings of a king suit you. But there's nothing underneath the trappings. Must have been something in your upbringing, I suppose, partly my fault.
Well, you can't blame me for this. It was your whim, after all, that started it.
I am well aware of that.
It's not my fault. Well, the bishop's plan seemed foolproof. If only the sheriff would have
Quit
captured...
blaming him. I realize my responsibility. I also realize that Marion has left us. Gwen is gone as well. Have you looked out there today? Have you listened to how quiet the people of Nottingham are today? When you live in a world where king's regents break their word, bishops of the church kill you for back taxes, and the only men who protect you are outlaws, there can't be much to look forward to.
It's not my fault!
And considering how I must spend my days and who I must leave behind me, I don't have much to look forward to either.
Oh, wait! You can't leave! Mother! I swear I'll never go against you again! I swear it!
Help! Robin! Come quickly! Robin!
She's been wandering through the forest all night.
We took turns carrying her. She passed out from exhaustion.
She's freezing cold.
Back, no crowding. And you were at the inn with him, weren't you?
Lucky for her, we were.
Robin! Where's Robin?
I'm here.
Robin, you must listen. Marion has been taken by a man dressed like you. He took her away. He hurt her.
Where?
Listen.
Give her a moment.
He said you were to go alone to Kirkley's Abbey, or he would kill Marion. At midnight tonight. He knew I could find you, but I couldn't find you. It took so long.
Don't worry. I'll take care of everything. Did he say who he is?
Sir Guy of Gisborne.
We must get her warm.
No, wait. That's all. Nothing else. He said I was to be at Kirkley's Abbey at midnight, alone, or he'd kill Mary. Nothing else. No demands.
That's all he said, Robin. I'm sorry.
No, Gwen, thank you. I'm greatly in your debt. Take care of her, John. Well, it doesn't make sense.
Of course it does. Someone has been pretending to be you. Now that someone is going to kill you. What are we going to do about it?
He makes no demands.
Of course he does.
He demands you.
Dressed like you? Oh, the crimes we've committed recently. The men that Will and Little John fought on the road.
It all makes sense.
What are we going to do about it?
Well, we'll do what he says.
No! What?
Leave it be, Will.
No! You can't go alone. He won't be alone. If you had killed the bishop when you had the chance, stopped Gisborne, you even let the sheriff get away.
Now that's enough out of you.
Everybody in this camp feels the same way I do, but they won't say
You
it.
be still or I'll fly to myself.
You've become too soft. Too much time spent with women and good wine.
Only one man lives in Sherwood, and it's not you.
You're not the same man we followed in the Sherwood 3 years ago.
Shut up with your complaining and your foul disposition. Sick of you.
No! You killed yourself. A good fight to clear the air is one thing, but this is going too far.
Get out of the way. Get.
He's your friend. Some of the things he says are true. You should be able to admit it.
I know that if I had stopped the bishop when I had the chance, that Marion would be safe. And Tuck, you can let go of me now. Forgive me, Will. I seem to be forgetting who my friends are.
No one ever said you weren't our leader.
Maybe I was wondering if I should be.
We've been together a long time.
I know.
No one has ever accused me of having a pleasant disposition.
Nor of keeping your opinions to yourself. I'm sorry.
So am I.
But if you two are finished trying to kill each other, I suggest we make plans to kill Gisborne and save Marion.
No, I meant what I said about going alone. If I don't go alone, he'll kill Marion outright. If I use my wits, I have a good chance to come out on top.
Very well. Do as you must. God will go with you. Yeah.
Robin, don't you think it would make more sense?
Oh, forget sense.
No, but he won't know if we're there.
Oh, enough arguing. I've lost enough time already. You will remain, swear it.
I can't let you go alone.
Swear it.
If we must.
Reluctantly.
Don't fear. I have a few tricks to pull myself.
Well, let us hope so.
I want to be alone. I've got to think this out. Allow no one to disturb me.
Take care.
God be with you.
You see how simple it will be to kill Robin Hood when he arrives. You wait here. He'll enter below. I'll talk to him for a while and you kill him.
Why don't you do it?
Kill myself? Oh, perhaps I will. But if anything goes wrong, you're here to right it. Either by my hand or yours, Robin Hood will not leave this ruin alive.
What of Marion?
Oh, what of her? I'll bring her tonight and leave her with her lover.
How can you so easily kill her?
Becoming squeamish, Army. She's in the way and must die. Think of her as nothing but a member of John's court. He doesn't know you exist, so can if you do. Think of the wealth you will have amassed, and your conscience will go away.
I should find a place to hide.
Yes, it's near sundown. I'll be back soon. Stay hidden even when I return.
Having doubts?
I never have doubts. I'm a cautious man. I must go see the bishop and bring Marion here. You stay on your guard.
I will. And you should stay on yours.
The sheriff's most trusted man. Not much loyalty these days. Well, I hope the bishop paid a good price for you. There's no point in being a traitor cheaply.
How did you get here so early?
I've been here since this morning. That was Sir Guy of Gisborne, the man who would be Robin Hood. I thought he'd use some dishonorable ploy, and you're it.
He surely misjudged you.
No more than the sheriff misjudged you.
We all make mistakes. It's a matter of priorities. Working for the sheriff's office pays poorly.
Put the sword up, Morgan. You're no match for me.
You're worth 200 marks.
You shouldn't have forced it, Morgan.
He won't come alone, you know that!
Of course he will.
No.
He is bound by my instructions as strongly as if he had pledged his word.
He won't come!
Of course I will, my dear. Don't move, Sir Guy.
We seem to know one another well. Drop the bow. Even if you are that good, she will die.
Let her go. We can settle this between ourselves.
Such sentiments may work on the sheriff, but not on me. Kill me, if you can. But she dies with me. I suggest you either fire or drop the bow before one of us makes a mistake.
Oh, Robin, don't! No!
You surprised me. I was certain you would follow my directions. How long have you been here?
Long enough. You said I was to come alone, and I did. You said I was to be here at midnight. You never said I couldn't be here early. Looking for Morgan. You'll find his body in the Abbey.
You were here when we arrived? Well, you saved me the trouble of dispatching that wretched fellow Morgan. Perhaps I did underestimate you. But I still hold the upper hand, don't I?
No!
Don't I?
We could settle this man to man, or need you hide behind a woman's skirts?
Leave your sword and come here. You cannot escape, although you may take what little comfort you can in the fact that keeping your legend alive has proven too profitable for me to publicly get rid of you. Oh, it'll be found for some time.
It is you who will not leave this abbey alive. If in own fact I loathe killing a man, I will kill you gladly.
Really? Thanks to me, you're getting a reputation as a man who thoroughly enjoys killing. Lie there, Robin Hood! Your death shall be my fortune! Mary?
Oh. No. Is he dead?
Yes.
And it's over?
Yes. Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
I'd like to leave. Very much.
With a little help, I'll join you.
There's nothing there.
Do you know what's happened to Gwen?
Huh?
She was
Gwen,
with...
don't worry. Don't worry, she's fine. She brought us guys to dance. I've left her with John.
I was certain he'd killed her. He wouldn't tell me.
She's fine, really. He needed her.
I never want to see this place again.
Move aside, Marion!
Behind you.
You can't mean to arrest him.
But I do.
I should have expected this. But with Morgan part of Gisborne's plans, it should have been obvious, but I never would have believed it of you.
What's Morgan have to do with anything?
If you have to arrest someone, arrest the bishop. It was he who sent Gisborne.
It would be my pleasure. But the day has not yet come when a sheriff can arrest a bishop. Now listen to me. I received word from that friar of yours to be at this abbey at midnight. Knowing you, I came early. His message made little sense. Gisborne, Marion kidnapped, my being sent in his stead. Still, I do seem to have you at last, don't I?
Well, it would seem so.
What is going on?
Well?
Then you really don't know.
Where is Gisborne?
Dead. He tried to kill us both.
And failed.
And Morgan?
He changed sides. I had to kill him. You'll find his body in the abbey.
Morgan and Gisborne in one night? Morgan always had a hard time finding his direction. Still, I must be a poor judge of character. I'll never understand why I like someone. Go on. Take him out of here, Marion.
Do you mean it?
Yeah. Won't do me any good, though. When history tells the tale of Robin Hood, I'm sure to be cast as the villain.
of Hereford still rules Nottingham, and Prince John still rules England. The day will sadly come when I will bury you in Sherwood Forest.
Perhaps. But not